Alright, can't come today. I got an unexpected online class. Hey, I mean, you say you can't come, but you're here. But, you know, obviously I get what you mean. Somehow you both started at the same time. At 10. Oh, really? I see. Okay, well, hey, still, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks. It's not gonna be a very interesting stream anyway. I'm just gonna... You know, before you go, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen in the stream. I'm gonna play this event, let me see, 4 times in a row. Like, back to back to back to back. Because I haven't done it on any of my accounts and on my friend's account. So, you know, it's not exactly gonna be the most interesting stream ever. Did I say ever? Ever. Hey, what's up, Mr. Musaki? You busy today? Yes, I was actually. Yeah, how you doing today, Mr. Musaki? Swap between Pyro and Electro character every bounce. Oh yeah, Everlord. Everlord. I was about to say Everlord. Overload. There you go. Overload is, yeah, that's true. Although I have found myself enjoying Animo quite a bit, especially when there's Electro and Hydro stuff. Like they're like Electro and Hydro blocks. I've really only played the event so far once, just on my Asia account, and like I sort of did it, but not really. Like, how do I explain this? Like, my brain was just turned off for like the whole time. Because, like, I wasn't even paying attention. Like, most of my attention was on a YouTube video that I was watching at the time. So far, like, and because, like, I was just barely... I barely put my attention into it. I sort of just like they tell me, oh, recommended elements, and like, okay, I'll just pick the trial characters they give me, and like, sure. And then I just pick like whatever over here, as long as I have Pyro and Electro. Yeah, that was like, that was my game plan. Doing fine. Actually, I wanted to ask you something last day, but you were busy doing theater last minute, so I thought I will ask later. Oh, you can ask me today. Sure, no problem. Hey, the stream just started, and I certainly don't mind having something to talk about. That was close. Managed to get 10k. Wow, you're certainly trying hard, man. No reason to get a high score. Just need to get 3k. I don't even know what, like, what my score was. All I know is that I got max rewards. That's all I care about. Oh, well, I lost one. Yep, lost another one. And another one. Where'd I get another one? I thought I only had two. What? Oops. I remember we've had this event before. I think this is a rerun of this event. I like the animal one when it gets trapped, like in behind the blocks. It just keeps bouncing over and over again behind there. Oh. There you go. Time's up. Hang on, hang on. Oh, hey, what's up, Happy? How's it going, man? Teachers arrived. I'll go now. Alright. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Ali. Take care, man. Wanted to ask you, what do you think about the anniversary that gives like 130 pulls? Oh, sorry, unanniversary that gives 130 pulls, 17 separate weapon banner pulls. Is it bad without a map expansion? Sorry, what? An anniversary. What kind of anniversary is this? Like a Genshin anniversary, or like is this some other game? How's life going for you nowadays? Happy? You busy with school, or did you graduate yet? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hey, what's up, Luap? Basically, WoWa had its anniversary and people are angry because WoWa didn't give a free 5-star or whatever. People are spoiled, man. That's all I'm gonna say. They're a video game company. They own the video game in question. So, what is anyone gonna do about it? Right? Like, okay. What about okay? What about some of the most successful video game titles ever, right? Like some of the most financially successful video games titles out there, like GTA 5, for example. GTA 5. What else? What other video games have made like millions and millions, maybe even billions? I mean, like I'm pretty sure Fortnite at this point has made billions, right? Like, do you see them giving out free stuff? Like, just because it's anniversary time, they probably do. No, never played that game. PUBG. I don't actually know how much of a financial success PUBG is. I think people are just spoiled. And because video game companies are like, and I understand, right? Like they're scared of their player bases. Like, and you know, they should I don't like scared maybe like by a tiny bit, right? Like just have the fear of like people hating you, right? It's like it's supposed to be the same as just being a normal person, right? Like it isn't a normal person scared of other people hating them, right? Isn't that supposed to be like, does not make sense, right? It should be like that. It shouldn't be that they fear their player base because like They fear their player base because like, oh no, I'm gonna lose money because of this. Like, and I understand obviously like money makes the world go round, especially because like humans have turned society into whatever humans have turned society into. But yeah, I think people are just, you know, it's again, it's their video game. They could do whatever they want with it. No one has the right. Like, oh, okay, I mean, sure, you have the right to be angry about it, but that doesn't make you right. Yeah. Anyway, that's my thought. Those are my thoughts, and I feel the same way about Genshin's like because Genshin has had its history of stuff like that, like uh, I guess issues with its anniversaries. Genshin. I don't know about Hoyo's other games, but obviously, like I'm playing Genshin right now, so I've been through some of those. Uh, well, yeah, situations where its player base was disappointed, so to speak. Not yet, second semester. Is it your last year in school? Happy? First, I was also disappointed because they gave 109 pulls and 7 weapon pulls. After people complained, so that they immediately increased the pull number 109 to 130, weapon to 7 to 17. I feel like they shouldn't have. Because you know what's gonna happen? That they now that they've because they gave way, people are just never contented, man. People are never contented. Now that they gave way, next time they give if they give the same exact number of pulls or like same exact rewards, you bet that they are that the player base is still gonna be unhappy. Like, oh, this is the second year anniversary. Like, why didn't you give more? Like, cause it's a bigger achievement, right? Like, people are dumb. The whales are probably not even the ones that are complaining, right? The whales who are, by the way, the ones that are mostly financing the game. I mean, they'll be grateful for free stuff. They're not gonna complain that they're not getting free stuff. And I understand that, like, well, they're whales. They could afford not, like, they could afford to just whale. They don't care about free rewards and stuff, right? Like, sure, okay, I get it, but you're not even like, okay, like say free to play players, right? They're not even like helping to keep the game afloat, but like they're complaining the most. Oh, why is this one so hard? Oh, there you go, overload. I'm confused. Like, what is jumping for? Why do they? I just noticed like there's like I'm allowed to jump. Like, what is it for? The bar just stays there. Anyway, so like, what's the point of jumping? They did it in like one day and people are still complaining. Yeah, exactly, right? And it's not even the next anniversary yet. It's the same anniversary. They already caved into player demand and gave more rewards than they originally intended to give. And yet, yeah, like you just said, people are still complaining. And that's why now I understand there should be There should be an amount of compromise between both sides, right? And when I say both sides, I mean both the company and the player base, right? And it's the same for like any situation, honestly. Like any argument between two parties, right? It should be the same. There should always be a compromise, uh, especially if there are no parties that are like to blame, right? Like for example, it's okay, it's an anniversary, right? So like dude, did GTA 5 give anything for free on their anniversary? Did they give something as crazy as okay, like for example, okay, let's do a bit of money math in Genshin. So how much? So $100 in Genshin, like buying Genesis crystals, is hang on. How many pulls is that? All right, say 100 pulls is 16k primos. So $100 is what 6,500 Genesis crystals, which is about 6,500 primos. So let's say $300 for 100 pulls, but hard pity is at 90. So let's just turn that down to let's say 80. Say 180, and then like you have to go to pity twice, right? This is the worst case scenario. Well, no, maybe not like worse, not worst case scenario. Yeah, let's change it to that. Worst case scenario: 160 pulls for one 5-star, because like you have to go to pity and then you lose 50-50, and then you have to go to hard pity again. You know what? Let's be a little more optimistic. Let's turn it down to like say 140. So 14,000 primos. Oh, you know what? Let's change it to 12,000 primos. No, 13k. Right? That's about $200. So let's say $200 for one 5-star. Has Rockstar ever given out anything of $200 of value to every player during any of their anniversaries? I mean, like I could be wrong, but I do not imagine companies like that ever doing anything like that. Has Apple ever given out $200 worth of stuff to all their customers ever on their anniversaries? Right? Like, has Nvidia ever done that? The most, like, some of the most valuable companies in the world. Has Microsoft ever done that? Well, technically, Microsoft has given everyone billions and billions and billions by just, not caring about Windows piracy. Technically, but it's less Microsoft giving and it's more people. Sorry, it's more people taking from Microsoft and Microsoft just not caring. So it's like yeah, it's less giving. Microsoft gives rewards. Rewards? What rewards? Really? Oh, you mean like Bing thing? The Bing thing, like using no, not Bing. I think it's Edge, right? Like Microsoft Edge. Finally, you're live when I'm not in school. Yep. What's up, HMS? Also, you can exchange a limited 5-star copy by. Huh? Sorry. You can exchange a limited 5-star copy by 2x in the shop? Sorry, Luap. What does that mean? Hey, what's up, Unib? How's it going, man? Oh, there is. Oh, jeez. Okay. I apparently pulled my cable a little too far forward. That the 3.5 millimeter jack was getting pulled a bit. 3.5 millimeter jack between my speakers and uh, tower. Got 400 Robux from really from just using Edge. 400. Okay, how much is that in money? Like real money? Uh, what's your favorite character demo? I've watched character demos only because people in chat ask me to watch them. Not because like I just don't care. Like the character is coming either way. And if I like them, then great. If they're good, then great. I'll pull for them. If they're not great, then like the character demo doesn't affect whether I like the character or not. By using Star Glitter in WoWa, you can buy constellations for WoWa for limited 5 stars. Isn't that the same as 5 stars? 5 star constellations? Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. Weapons guaranteed. I don't understand why people are crying about the rewards. It's probably the well, obviously not everyone, right? But I imagine a lot of the noise is probably coming from the 12 to 15-year-olds who are just cheapskates. Like F2P cheapskates, like I mean like obviously, like if you just can't afford to spend money on a video game, then please do not spend money on a video game. Right? Do not spend money that you don't have. But if you're gonna complain that a game that you can't afford to spend money on isn't giving you free stuff, then I don't think you should be playing that video game then. Oh, God. I think it's time to find a new video game to play. Oops. You think I should still care about the score? I've already... So from what I remember, max rewards for all the stages in this event are 3k. And I don't really need to get any more. Why are you using Arcano? Because I want to. Also, I'm one copy away to max copy a 5-star from losing 50/50 in a span of 1 year. In 1 year? So okay, 5-star. I know it's a different game, but like, is it? I don't know. Like, does Wuwa have something like a standard 5-star? Like, what kind of 5-star is it? Is it like a 5-star that's hard to get, or what? Is trial characters only? Sure, okay, do whatever you want. It's a video game. It's an easy event. No reason to do it how other people tell you to do it. Could never achieve that in Genshin. Of course, of course. Had my SAT. Is that SAT today? I had my SAT today or SAT Oday? I'm assuming there's a typo. SAT today. Okay, yeah. Our calculator. Calculator. Oh, hey, what's up, YK? How's it going, man? A standard. Oh, I see, I see. Well, Luap, I wouldn't say it took me 1 year, but you do realize, well, I'm on my third account, by the way, right? But you do realize I'm on an account, a free-to-play account, that has two C6 standard 5 stars. Now, again, not not on a not obviously that's not going to happen to every account, right? And it didn't happen in 1 year. But isn't that close enough? No, it's not even okay. I understand it's not even comparable because like in Genshin it's clearly a terrible thing, obviously, right? Like getting constellations of a standard character means that you were wishing for a 5 star you wanted, but you didn't get it. Like it's a you got a C6 quote unquote standard 5 star in Wuwa, and then I got in 1 year, and me like 4-ish years. But then again, it also happened to me like almost a year ago. So like it was more like in 3 years I got two C6 5 stars, standard 5 stars. So it was more like a little bit off, right? Like say a year and a half for one. Oh man, this account loses 50-50 so much. 3.5 years of playing nonstop. That is true though. That is true. Nonstop though. I did play for like 3, 4, like yeah, 3.5, at least 3.5 years, 4 years, nonstop. Albeit it's on my. It was on my third account. So it's my third account is I can't remember. Did I start playing on my third account actively after the first anniversary? I don't remember anymore. All I remember is that it was quite some time after Festering Desire, because Festering Desire is the only like the only memorable event 4 star weapon that I missed, and then like a lot of the event 4 star weapons after that just weren't that memorable. So like I just don't remember anymore. But all I know is that it was quite some time after Dragon Spine. Yeah, quite some time after the Festering event, Festering Desire, because my third account doesn't have Festering Desire. So it's probably somewhere almost. No, wait. Yeah, no, probably about almost a year after Festering Desire came out. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm starting to remember it now. Yeah, so the third account, which is what I'm on right now, is actually how old is Genshin now? 2020, right? So almost coming up on 5 years. So yeah, this third account is probably less than 4 years old. At least like like of me playing actively on it. I died. Well, how'd your SAT go, HMS? I missed that. Yeah, it's all right. It's just on my third account anyway. I am a bit bummed about it, especially now that I'm just always playing my third account actively as well. But thankfully, Fab Sword exists. I'm at 65 pity and no Xilonen. Oh, dude. No. Oh, man. How many days do we have left of the banner? Just not even moving. Do we get max points if we only just straight up kill the thing, like the bird looking thing? Or do we have to actually break a bunch of blocks and before killing that thing to get max points? Or sorry, not max points, like more like to get max rewards is what I'm talking about. Oh, I missed two of them. Missed two of them trying to save one. Oops. Maths cook real good. English harassed me. That's alright, man. As long as you did your best. Alright, one down. Okay, so for those of you who weren't here, when I gave a brief summary of what this entire stream is gonna be, right as I started the stream. So this is my first run through of this event, and I'm gonna run through it 3 more times after this. I'm gonna run through this event 3 more times. Thank goodness this is just one of the smaller events, where there just isn't much dialogue. Hey, what's up, Ryan? How's it going, man? I just love Molani's idol animations. It's just so adorable. Oh. Wait. Gotta do my daily check-ins now. I could have done it even before I started the stream. Because I started after 12 midnight. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, oops. And 4. Alright, so that's the third account done. RJ, smash or pass Milani? I wish I could give you an answer to that, man. So, okay. I mean, hang on. Is there even like a canon... Is there even like canon info out there for how old Milani is? Okay, I just Googled it. I just did a quick Google search, and so they got their AI overview. Their AI thing says like 20 to 22. There's like a HoYoLab article on it. Around 12 to 16. Another one on Reddit, 17 to 18. And let's see. The gamer says 18 to 21. So her age, at least what people think, seems to be all over the place. So hence why hence why my answer is I wish I could give you an answer to that. Cause like it is like judging by her appearance, it is obvious that a lot of people are gonna think she's really young, and a lot of people are gonna think that she looks young, and it really isn't. And so that's why I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's why my answer to that question is I wish I could give you an answer to that. I'd really rather not discuss that topic. Like maybe off stream would be sure, okay, no problem. But like on stream, no. It's, uh, 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 I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Rayan. Quite busy today, but thankfully not as tired as I could have been. I could have been a lot more tired, but no, somehow like good day, good day. Weather was also quite nice today. Not great, but not bad either. Hey, Luap, hey, don't give me that look, man. Here, say like, I gave, I did not give an answer. Okay, I said I wish I could give an answer, and like I'm good. Okay, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Smash or pass eye to. I think you know my answer on this. Yep, certainly. How many primos you got saved up for the Inazuma Chronicle banner, Ryan?
それとまあ夢で厄介な注文をいっぱい受けてさなんかおかしくそしたら効果でもとにかく流線の週の伝でも中のみんなはそれってははでもねアミナに真面目な口調でこう言われちゃったんだ
Okay, question. So I remember the whole like drama about Natlan character skin tones and whatever. Right? So like I'm looking at Xilonen and Molani here. And they seem now okay, obviously not dark skin tones, but like look at Molani next to Yume Mizuki, right? Yume Mizuki's just like pale white. And like Molani's skin tone is clearly darker than Mizuki's. Like what were people complaining about? And look, the NPC right there, Xilonen's skin tone is like look at Paimon, look at the Traveler. Right? Like Natlan characters' skin tones are clearly darker than like any others in the whole game. 99 wishes? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Plus, you're gonna get more. By the way, don't forget, it's already May, so the shop reset already happened. Which, by the way, I completely forgot to get my wishes from the shop. So you guys do not forget to go into Paimon's bargains, because May rolled up a couple of days ago. So shop reset. Hey, wrong person. How's it going, man? Oh, hey, you changed your profile picture. 99 wishes and 60 pity. Okay, that's definitely more than enough. Okay, bye, RJ. Oh, alright. Heading out already? Take care, man. I got Ayato in my bed. What? Am I misunderstanding this? What do you mean? Who? Who? Wrong person. Sounds like you see some you don't like. I didn't even move. Why does it seem to keep moving a little bit to the left? I didn't even move. I just shot it straight forward. Oh, I guess maybe because it was like the things are moving. Maybe that's why. Oh, that was nice. That was smooth. I don't think I could replicate that move ever. Oh. Oh. Lost him. Oh. Wait. Okay. Because of the delay, I thought I was gonna lose that one. The delay in swapping. Because of my high ping. Oops. We're good. In my pocket. Did I mean something that the question? What? Not sure myself, you know what I mean? No context. You guys are just young. Blood runs a little hotter when you're young. Dad, you can't get weapon Ayato. Or weapon Ayato. Ayato weapon. You probably can if you get lucky. If you get lucky, you win 50-50, or like you get it early or whatever. You can give the weapon a go. His weapon's gonna be on the banner too. What does Electro Charge do in this event? I actually don't know. Oops. Oh, there. Finally got one to go to the back. Missed one. I missed one. Okay. Yep. Wow, overload. Overload doing a lot of work right there. What's the ongoing banner at the moment? Ooh, okay. Hang on. I'd have to exit out of here. You know what? Never mind. I kind of don't want to do it. Sorry. Hang on. Let me just get it on the internet. Where is it? There. Okay. Isn't it like Xilonen or something? So Xilonen and Venti? Yeah. Xilonen and Venti. Xilonen and Venti. Barciba. What? Barcibedo. Okay, there's the banner. Okay, so Xilonen and Venti. The 4 stars are Faruzan, Yanfei, and Beidou. The weapons are obviously Xilonen and Venti's signature weapons. Sack sword, sack bow. Oh no, sack sword, fav bow, fav lance, fav codex, and the bell. Oh, you know what? We might as well use Dia. This is just one of those events where Dia is just as good as any other character in there. That's a pretty good excuse to use Dia. Juicy banner. Yeah, right? Right? So, I actually, so on my first account, I don't know if you were here on that day, wrong person, but so on my first account, when I wished for, I had a lot of primos, when Zilonen's release banner came out. So I was feeling pretty confident. I was feeling pretty confident that I could go for C2 Xilonen and her weapon, and still have a decent amount left over. And surprise, to no one's surprise, I got completely screwed over by RNG. And thankfully, I at least still got to, um, C2, but just barely. And obviously, I just barely got to C2, so that means no weapon. Right, so my second account and my third accounts did not have as many primos, so I didn't even have the confidence to go for C2 Xilonen over there, so I just didn't bother. So I got C0 Xilonen over there, or my third and second accounts, and but I was able to go for the weapon as well. So I had C0 R1 Xilonen, her signature on my second and third accounts. On my first account, Fab Sword. Zilonen's just been running a Fab Sword. So anyway, yeah, this Xilonen rerun banner, I had some primos. Not a lot, but I had some primos, just enough to guarantee me the weapon, well, a weapon I wanted, whatever that may have been. In this case, it was Zilonen's signature weapon. I went for it, and honestly, I had like 12, 13,000 primos, and like, it really did not feel like I had 12, 13,000 primos. It really didn't. Like, it felt like, it really felt like I had a lot less than that. But I did get it though. But I had to lose the 50-50. Thankfully, I didn't lose the 75-25. At the very least, I just lost the 50-50, which meant I got myself an Elegy. Granted, it was my second Elegy, but hey, you know what? I don't mind. Elegy's a good weapon, and I've been getting. I don't know about annoyed. Maybe not annoyed. Oh hey, what's up, Mr. J? Oh hey, what's up, Spartan? Yeah, I don't think annoyed is the right word, but I'm happy that now Yelon has her own elegy and Fischl has her own elegy. Now they can both run elegies at the same time. Now, granted, I hardly ever find myself. Yeah, I have hardly ever found myself in a situation where I want to run Fischl and Yelon at the same time, both on separate teams. Especially like really needed it. I have found myself in that situation like a handful of times, but not because I needed it. It was more like it was like about a year ago, and beyond. About a year ago and beyond. Year ago and further back was when Abyss was actually still fun, and like there were some Abyss iterations that I thought were really fun to play. So I just kept playing them over and over again off stream, and like I tried different teams, and I've like trying all those different teams out. I've found myself using Yilon on one side and Fischl on the other side, and I had to pick which side I would have preferred to have Elegy on, and now I don't have to make that choice anymore if I ever get myself into that situation again. Anyway, I'm good, Mr. J. Thanks for asking, man. You can hold my elegy with that pretty mouth. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's all calm down here. "40 wishes and a dream for the chef lady." Oh, dude. I don't know if I actually even have 40 wishes, but hey, I have a dream. Right? I have a dream. I wish I was smarter, and I wish I read more history and more books. I would have actually been able to make a joke there, like a not necessarily like a history joke, but like who said that? Was it Malcolm or Martin Luther King? I don't know. I'm getting my info mixed up. I just don't read ever. And that part of history just wasn't relevant to me. Oh, I missed. I was trying to hit the thing with my pew pew things. Uh oh. Oh, almost missed that one. Oh no, did I not reach 3K? I feel like I killed it pretty early. Oh, okay, that's fine. We got it. Oh, you're releasing a new game? Really? Another one already? Looks like they're gonna have good devs for 6 months. Destroy ZZZ since ZZZ 2.0? What? Are they really naming it ZZZ 2.0? Is arriving and heard players. Heard the players the Honkai Nexus anima. Oh, okay, you're kidding. All right. I can get how U.S. civil issues is relevant to the film. Yeah, in the film. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Just like how my problems are completely irrelevant No, not my problems, but like my country's problems are completely irrelevant to other people outside of the country. I tried to hit him with my load. Civil issues are only relevant in in a civilization. So yeah. Speaking of civil issues, what is going on with the tariff stuff, man? I I would not want to be a CEO right now. Like especially one, you know what? Not even just in America. Right, a CEO for an American company. I just would not want to be a CEO of any internationally trading company right now. I don't even know what I would do like in a situation like this where like okay, I'm right, like when you're a CEO obviously like you have to make decisions, right? You have to make decisions. You're like, okay, stuff's gonna get expensive, so like okay, we either find a way to cut costs by like stockpiling like yeah, stockpiling stuff before they get expensive, or we raise prices. And I don't want to be in like a situation like that, right? Like for example, who is it? I think it's the I heard that like so the PlayStation is apparently increasing their prices, and they're increasing their prices not just in the US, but also I believe it was Europe. I don't know if they're raising their prices outside of Europe as well, but they're raising their prices in Europe as well, where there are no tariff issues. And like from my understanding, it is to try and alleviate a little bit of the lower profits or like potential losses they're going to incur in the US market. At least that's what I assume is going to is the reason why. And it makes sense, right? It's a strategy and I understand that. But I just would not want to be in a situation like that because like it is just a lose-lose situation. I also heard that video game prices are going up. And like some people are making fun of it because like well most like hardly anyone buys hard copies of video games anymore now. So like there's no like video games are just online now. So like does that even still get affected by tariffs? I imagine not, but hey, everyone's raising prices, so like hey, we're raising prices too. You know what? We're jumping on the bandwagon. Thanks Trump. Thanks America. I've I've never been happy to not be an American. Happier. Okay. Who started the tariff stuff anyway? Wasn't it Trump? Not even. Not even. No. Okay, so the tariff stuff, from what I remember, he made some threats in his last term. Not this term, but in his last term, right? Didn't he like make some threats about like imposing tariffs in his last term? I think I could be wrong. Like maybe I'm misremembering this, but I do remember that. It was in his last term. He was. I don't think he put up any tariffs back then, but I feel like I remember him talking about it and like, like making threats about imposing tariffs in his last term, not this one. I might not like Elon Musk, but like I don't completely disagree with like getting a guy on the government to try and reduce inefficiencies. Because like, okay, sure, the U.S. government gets stuff done, right? But like, not because they get stuff done. It's just because of just how much money they're spending on anything that they do. Like, look at their, like, okay, whenever I see videos of like people comparing militaries between countries, comparing it to the U.S.'s military, like most of the time costs, like how much a military spends is almost always in that discussion. And like with the U.S., like it's clear, it's obviously they obviously spend a lot more than like the next like several militaries combined. But like, does that actually mean anything? Right? Because like they seem so wasteful. Like, sure, again, they get stuff done, but like when you spend enough money, at some point you can get anything done. What efficiency? He ran out. He ran on tariffs and immigration. That's, yeah. Well, I mean, like at the very least, he did. He did do what he said he would do. He's got something going, right? He did what he said he would do. Most government officials, like during elections before they get voted in, they like, dude, I'll do this, I'll do that, like, do like this will happen if you vote for me, like that'll happen. And like once they get voted in, they're like, okay, well, sorry, what did I say? No, that can't be right. This completely forget about everything they talked about. So he's got that going for him. Trump's an ugly orange. Okay. The official story is Trump just returned the tariffs that existed prior to his presidency, i.e. the one-sided ones in the Biden era. Yeah, I think the deal with Trump is that he's just like really loud about it. Like he wants everyone to know that, okay, this is happening. I'm tough. Like, we are strong. Like, I'm doing this because America is a great nation, whatever, right? But you know what I see? All I see is America getting closer, ever so closer to idiocracy. Like, it's taking several more steps, not just one more step, but like several more steps towards idiocracy. That is what I see. Now, okay, obviously it's not all bad news. Globalization is a nice thing, right? Globalization is a nice thing. Like, countries relying on each other for things that they are not good at, right? For things that others are better than them at that thing. Like, for example, relying on Taiwan for the most advanced chips, right? And relying on China and some Asian countries for cheap but good manufacturing, or right, like stuff like that, right? It's a nice thing. I think it's a nice thing, but I also think politically, and not just politically, but practically, for practical reasons, I think it is a scary thing. Like, so because we're talking about countries here, like it's country, right? It's an entire country with like millions to hundreds of millions of people in it. So it's the realm, the capability of a country being, the possibility of a country becoming good at every possible thing that a country could ever need in modern times is not impossible. So, sorry, hang on. I'm almost. I can feel myself getting lost in my own thoughts. I can feel myself getting further and further from my point here, and so I'm trying to organize myself here. Okay, hang on. Let me put this together a bit better. So because it's not just one person, because it's a whole country, the odds, no, like a country being capable of being good at everything that any society nowadays needs for a modern lifestyle is not impossible, right? It's not easy. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. So, because it is actually possible, wouldn't you rather be that your own country be good at everything that your people would need for a modern lifestyle rather than relying on others? Because you never know when something whatever something can happen that makes it so that all of a sudden now you can't get advanced chips. All of a sudden now you can't get oil from someone. Or all of a sudden this guy that you've been relying on for a steady supply of whatever all of a sudden tells you, hey, I can't give you more because I have this problem, that problem. Right? So like, okay, cool. It was good that we were all relying on each other and helping each other, but we should also all be prepared for anything. And the US trying, well, trying. As for succeeding, that's, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, that's the plan, right? Isn't that the plan? Hopefully, succeeding on bringing back chip manufacturing and a lot of other industries, manufacturing in general, back onto U.S. soil. I mean, at least I think that's a good move. I think that's a good move. How well they're gonna do it, I doubt. I have doubts. I have pretty big doubts. Economic efficiency is for sure the best thing he's done. Well, it's the one of the best decisions he's made. One of the best, quote unquote, best things he's done. Like when you say best thing someone's done, I think that also includes how successfully done it was, or like no, sorry, how well executed it was. There you go, how well executed it was, and I don't like how well it was executed. I don't follow news very closely, but I don't hear a lot of good things about it, so I'm good. At least like my perspective on it is it doesn't seem to be going very well. But hey, the economy hasn't crashed, so like it hasn't gone so poorly. At least that's that's something good, right? So hilarious how his voters are now coping. Coping. It's so hilarious. I thought he was gonna screw over the other immigrants and farmers, not me. We know you've seen like one movie. Try watching another. They're not trying to bring back anything. They're crashing the country so they can buy up everything. Oh, him and his billionaire pals, and thus get even more power. He's cut a lot of unnecessary programs that shouldn't exist in the first place. Okay, I have heard a lot about this talk. Most of the stuff I hear about it is from Americans complaining. that like, oh well, this thing doesn't have funding anymore, they cut this funding, they cut that funding, and like I hear a lot of terrible things about it, because like all I hear from it is like uh people, Americans complaining. Well, mostly not necessarily complaining, just more like disappointed that like this or that program suddenly had its funding cut or whatever. But like, and obviously I'm not an American, and these programs don't affect me directly. So I have no idea what it's actually like, how good these programs actually are, how wasteful some of these programs actually are, how efficiently these programs are being run. But at least me hearing about these people being disappointed in these like program cuts tells me that at least something actually is happening. And whether it turns out to be a good thing, we will not see the results of this immediately. Like, it will look like we see the results of it immediately, but the actual results of it are going to like truly show up in quite a few years from now. And honestly, so like the whole like efficiency cuts thing, if they cut a lot of waste now, but okay, when you see, okay, so for example, if I became president and I cut a lot of inefficiencies here, but then I'm like, oh well, hey, there's like a lot of like, apparently there's this like 500 billion dollars of waste that was going, like 500 billion dollars going to waste every year for like, because of all these things that I cut off. And I'm like, okay, so well, what do I do? What do I do with this all this new money now? Like, and if I end up wasting this money that I saved in the first place, then like, what's the point, right? Like we're back to square one. I cut a lot of inefficiencies, and then I made a lot of more, a lot more. I made a bunch more. No, I made a new set of inefficiencies. So like we're just like one step forward, one step back, right? So as long as it ends up getting used for things that actually benefit more than what they were benefiting back then okay, it's a win. But as for the results of it, we won't see those at least until like several years from now. Why was the U.S. Giving condoms and transgender education to the what? What? Wow. Wait, really? That happened? That is. Why? There's a program giving condoms to Muslim guys. What? That does not sound real. That is. Yeah, hey, Mr. J. Okay, I understand it doesn't sound real. And it sounds crazy. But honestly, it sounds like something. It sounds like something that the US would actually do. And like, okay. I remember hearing an interview. I don't know who it was, but it was like I don't know, like we got experts everywhere, quote unquote experts everywhere, right? And it was an interview with a military expert, like, I don't know, whatever, like a quote unquote expert, like one of these like armchair experts, whatever. But at least like the guy actually had credentials, right? Like not just like some online streamer or whatever. At least the guy had credentials. But like the term I heard him coin was the U.S. military spends so much money every year that they got tens of billions of in cash that just get lost. That just get lost in the couch every year, and that's the yeah. And I feel like several $1 million every year on a program like giving condoms to Muslim countries sounds like one of these programs that are quote unquote loose change that gets lost in the sofa. Also, you two always get into some, at least for me, unnecessary argument over something that doesn't change. That like something that your both of you guys' argument does not affect in any way, doesn't help anyone, it doesn't change anything, and it's just you two getting riled up over something that okay potentially can affect you too, but it's like is here in here in the Philippines. Okay, I understand this is a thing that happens everywhere as well. There really are just some people who are fanatics of certain politicians, and like, so if some guy who is a fanatic of politician A and some guy like meets a guy who is not necessarily a fanatic of any politician, but just hears a lot of bad stuff about politician A, that about politician about politician 321, and guy A, who was a fanatic of politician 321, hears guy B talk badly or like mention this stuff that he heard about politician 321, and now they get into an argument over someone who has no idea who these two guys are, will not care who these two guys are. It's like you two always like whenever we talk about we weren't even I wasn't even talking about politics. I was talking about tariffs. Economics is what I wanted to get into, and like you two like somehow make it political. I don't know, like it's not. I don't think you guys are having a political argument. It's more like a factual argument. Like one of you, yeah, you two are having a factual argument. RJ, you want some? Hey, wrong person seems to be enjoying the show, man. Tariffs equals politics, RJ. Yeah, obviously, like I understand. Like they're all connected, right? Because like tariffs do not come from thin air; they come from politics. Obviously, politicians make that decision, but like, don't politicians make decisions about anything? Like, isn't it arguable, as well? Like to say that tariffs is not political, right? Because like, obviously it's like the case is a lot stronger for like saying that tariffs are political and stuff, rather than saying that they're not political. But hey, the argument can be made that tariffs are not political, especially if you do not talk about it from a political angle. Right? I could talk about Genshin and talk about it in a political angle. Like anyone could talk about something about any well, not any topic, like a variety of different topics from whatever perspective they want to talk about it in. Another thing I noticed too, speaking of economics, I've just noticed that oh God, okay, I missed it. Whatever. All right. I've noticed that I don't even know like so much about economics, but it's just really fascinating to me how like these different little micro decisions that different people, different CEOs or whatever, politicians all over the world make, that how they affect how it eventually connects to like regular people's day-to-day lives. And it's just so fascinating to me. I don't even care, like I don't even care that I'm no, I wouldn't say like I don't care. If it affects me like greatly negatively, then obviously I care, and like I would just hate whoever the person was that made the decision that made this terrible thing that happened affect me in such a negative way. Like for example, Nvidia refusing to Nvidia refusing to sell. I don't even know what words to use. I was about to use the word proper GPU at a reasonable price, but like Nvidia is clearly leading the GPU industry. They clearly make the best graphics cards out there. But they just don't have any competition, so they have no reason to sell them at a reasonable price. Right? So clearly, I hate whoever ultimately made these decisions to just be. And I hear so many bad things about how Nvidia treats their board partners, because so Nvidia, well, at least until a certain point, from what I remember here, like I heard that they don't really make Founders Editions anymore, or at least they haven't made Founders Editions in a while now. And so yeah, like technically they don't really quote unquote make graphics cards anymore. They design them. They make a design or whatever, and then they license these designs to their board partners, and their board partners make the graphics cards themselves and make profits off of it. And I hear a lot of terrible things about how poorly Nvidia treats their board partners, and which is one of the reasons why EVGA, whom I have always actually really praised, right, in terms of like the how value oriented their graphics cards were. Like for how much you were paying, you were getting a lot in return. Unfortunately, last year I believe, or was it like this year? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it was last year. Exited the graphics card market. Now, they didn't say why. Well, you know what? Hang on. I do remember something about them saying that it just wasn't worth it anymore. Like, but they were saying like it wasn't worth it anymore financially. Oh, hey, what's up, Bulbasaur? How's it going, man? What's the topic? They're arguing about something that doesn't really do anything. No, yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're arguing about something that doesn't, of which the argument doesn't do anything. So, I'm just leaving them be. Anyway, so yeah, like my point there was I am fascinated by how economics, no, not necessarily economics, but like how decisions that certain parties, companies, corporations, governments, whatever, certain decisions that they make, how it eventually connects to us, and how it affects our day-to-day lives, the day-to-day lives of regular people. And yeah, for the most part, I'm not how shall I say this? I'm generally not angry at a lot of them for making poor decisions. Like for example, okay, so okay, this one did affect me directly, right? So obviously, this was like quite a few years ago. So during Rodrigo Duterte's term in as president in the Philippines, he changed the I don't know exactly how much of the tax system he changed, but he changed at the very least. I know that he changed how employees get taxed, and so he changed it. He changed it in a way where people who earned more paid more taxes. Now I don't know the exact details of it, but from what I understand, it seems that it also affected businessmen, because right after the change, like very soon after, prices of, well, basically everything sold, everything that was being sold, shot up. And so apparently what happened was, so because rich people were having to pay more taxes, it this means that it was like them having to pay more taxes means that it was eating into their profits. And so in the Philippines, whether you're rich or poor, most things really are just that, like most of the time profit margins just aren't very high, especially like comparing it to, like, profit margins, like if you were to do business in, I don't know, like in a more advanced economy. All right, so like profit margins here in the Philippines are just a lot, on average overall throughout all industries, are just a lot lower. They're not like nickels and dimes, right, depending on what industry you're in, but they're just not super high. So, and I think what happened was, because rich people started to have to pay more taxes, so they decided, okay, I'm not gonna lose money over this. I'm not gonna eat the cost of this. My profit margins are now lower than what they were before, so I am definitely gonna have to try and make up for this by raising prices. instead of a instead of a instead of like putting in the effort to make my businesses more efficient, nope, I'm just gonna charge the customers more money. So, because like like they have no choice. They are gonna have to buy from me anyway, because I'm the only. Oops, I lost it again. Because I am the only one who sells this or that, or like I'm the biggest player in the country in this industry, that industry, with this product, whatever. Right, so like, okay, people got no choice. People are still gonna buy from me whether I keep the prices low or I raise the prices. And that's the thing about whenever something happens that forces people to raise prices. When this thing that happened that forced them to raise the prices in the first place stops, there's little to no reason for them to drive the prices back down. Just because the reason for them to raise the prices in the first place isn't there anymore. Right? Okay, so something happened, like, oh no, my profit margins are lower now. Okay, raise prices. All right, okay, my profit margins are back to normal now. And then like, oh, the problem got fixed. Okay, well, my profit margins are higher now. Great. It just works like that. There's no reason for them to drive the prices back down unless if it's something that is like so heavily like government regulated, like for example like currency trading, um, oil prices, like and many other like very essential goods that are just heavily government regulated. So like for example, last week our local power company announced a scheduled blackout. I believe it was last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday, and so and I have a backup generator, which means I have, well, I may not have a car, but just due to having a backup generator, I do have the occasional need for gas. And I bought some gas, and I was very surprised that fuel prices have gone back down to pre-pandemic times. No, sorry, excuse me. The oil prices, like gas prices here in the Philippines, did not actually go up during the pandemic. Pre Russia Ukraine war times. So the Russia Ukraine what the Russia, jeez, God, the Russia Ukraine war was what was caused oil prices here in the Philippines and probably a lot of other places in the world as well, to go up, and they have not gone back to normal since before that time until I don't know when, but I only found out last week that they have gone back down to what they were before that happened. And I was surprised. No, I was pleasantly surprised. There you go. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Oops. I wanted to go at a cheeky angle, but it didn't work. Oh, that's a good one. Nope. Not as good as I thought it would be. Oh, nice. We got 3 going. What was the name of that, the classic version of this game? I remember playing it on that old like DVCD like console thing that we had when I was a kid. Like with a CD that had like 300 games on it. But what it was really wasn't actually 300 games. It was more like 50 games, but just copied and pasted like a dozen times. But I just don't remember the name of the classic version of this game. Oh, I wasn't moving. Okay. Pong? Oh, is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, Pong. I think it's an appropriate name. Yeah, that's actually a pretty appropriate name because it's only Pong. It's only you. Right? It's like ping pong, but you're not fighting anyone. You're just playing against the wall. So there's no ping, just Pong. Arkanoid. Okay. I don't remember what Arkanoid was, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It didn't look like this. I do remember the name Arkanoid. Wait, is that really it? No. Wait, it is Arkanoid. I just looked it up. Yep, that's exactly it actually. Yeah, Arkanoid. Okay, so Pong was basically ping pong, but just like digital version, but like really old digital version. Okay, so it's similar. Pong is similar, but like yeah, no, this is Arkanoid, exactly Arkanoid. Breakout. Hang on, Breakout. Oh, okay. No, I did not get to play this game. Yeah, yeah. The game that was on the DVCD console thing, I was talking about earlier was Arkanoid. But I'm looking at pictures of Breakout and like this definitely looks a lot older. So I imagine that Arkanoid's probably based on that, or at least inspired by that. Just call it the ball game and move on. Why such complex names? No, I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to go down memory lane, man. It's just. When did I get so old, man? I. Oh man. Okay. I. So this is not unrelated, but it's not significant to the thing that I wanted to mention. But I want to say that I am quite blessed to have the, I guess, job. Not, I don't know. Like, I guess, yeah, I guess it is a job. But although I don't have a boss, my boss is the customer, and I'm blessed to have such means of making a living that it allows me to it allows me to be able to afford to have time to be wallowing in nostalgia. And lately, over the last 1 to 2 or maybe even 3 years, I've found myself enjoying and wanting to enjoy more and more just thoughts of the past. In fact, over the last 1 or 2 months, I've been rewatching this really old, like an entire playlist of this YouTube channel that I used to watch since my high school days, I believe. Yeah, since my high school days, called the Achievement Hunters. And actually, Mr. J, I shared a short clip of one of their videos to you a couple of weeks back, maybe a month ago. I don't remember when exactly. And I've just been enjoying it. In fact, the last 1 to 2 years, I have been watching like anything I watch on YouTube. I just play at X2 or higher speed. And just because like I just want to get through the content quickly, because I want to get through this content quickly. I want to chew through this information quickly, and yeah, but their videos, I've just been watching it for at X1 speed, at just normal speeds, mostly because I don't want to chew through this content quickly. I want to take my time savoring this content that made me so happy all those years ago. And I mean, I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. that I am in this situation right now, that I get to do the job that I do. I get to stream and talk to you guys. I have the I have the time and energy to do this like right now that I'm yapping and like I'm yapping, and a lot of you guys probably don't even care, but like, hey, you're still here anyways for some reason. But hey, thank you. And I have the time and energy to wallow in nostalgia.
いつかゲームをじゃあ次に会うときはみんなをあっと言わせるような企画の出し合いっこだね。
There's a million games with balls, Pobo. I bet there are. Yeah, I bet there are. You know. Whether it's the video game industry or outside the video game industry, hey, there's lots of games with balls in it, you know. There's lots of games with balls in it, so yep. That sure is true. That certainly is very much true. Oops. I hope my friend isn't using his account now. How long have we been going? Less than 2 hours, okay. Guess who got a 10-minute break? Not me. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, whose content? Achievement Hunter. Achievement Hunter. Remember that short clip of... the short clip of some guys playing Minecraft that I sent you a couple of weeks back? And one of them was like... what did he say? He said... like the cat went up the tree and yelled at the dog something about it's okay. I have since rewatching a lot of their content, I have found myself cursing a lot more in English. Well, not a lot more, but as much as I used to, like many years ago. And then like I don't know, like it all just disappeared after I stopped watching their content. And then now that I'm rewatching it again, I've found myself cursing like just whenever I talk to myself. Whenever I talk to myself, just cursing a lot more again in English. Every ball is different. Oh yeah. Definitely. Although I would have no idea about that because like I haven't really touched many balls. Oh jeez. Oops. Okay, there. Did you see my fabulous Nivelet first half clear? Did you send it? Was it the thing you sent to me? Oh yeah, that one. Didn't I respond to it already? I responded to you on Discord already, right? The one you DM'd to me? Yeah, too. There's not many. Oh, I have a lot. You know, I got a lot of that every day. I get a lot of 2 every day. Alright, RJ. RJ's from the Philippines, right? So, can't you teach us some vulgarities in your language so I can use it on my random in ranked? Hang on, sorry. I'm trying to think. Obviously, YouTube's an American company, right? So a lot of their filters are going to be in English. Now, I don't. Would their filters be good enough outside of English to detect some of that? I don't know. I imagine not so. My only problem with that is I live with a kid. I live with a kid, and I live in a household that doesn't curse. Okay, so that's my only problem with it. No fabulous Nivelet first year for us. Fabulous Nivelet first year? What is that? What is a fabulous Nivelet first year? Best way to share language? Curses. Oh yeah, especially for guys. Especially for guys. It is by far one of the best ways to share culture and language with each other is by cursing at each other in different languages. You know, I have to say, I have been finding myself enjoying this music. It's Fontaine music, I believe, right? I don't remember when this specific track came, but I do remember myself. I do remember enjoying this track a bit. It's just so relaxing. And like the vibe in Fontaine as well was also quite relaxing. Oops. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. Best nation. Fontaine, right? It was just, I don't know. There was something about Fontaine that was just relaxing. So it was relaxing, and it was like, I don't know. I don't think it was the underwater exploration that made me feel that way about Fontaine. I don't know. I guess it's just the vibe of Fontaine. I like the vibe of Fontaine. First year is supposed to be first half. Oh, okay. I think something and type something completely different. I have found myself to I have found myself doing that a few times at some point. in history. Fontaine has great OST. It does. It really does. I think. Oh, you know what? You know what I think it is. So the OST is. So Fontaine's thing has been theatrics, right? Like for example, like their trials, right? Like they literally put on a show. Like they literally put up their trials as a show for people to watch. And like they have a giant stage for like a giant theater for doing theater. And I think their music, one of the reasons why their music is so good is because it is actually music that is designed for theater, which, you know, is designed to give a good show. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason, but I think that is one of the reasons why that is so. Whereas Fontaine, or sorry, not Fontaine, Natlan's theme. I don't know what Natlan's theme is. It's just Natlan's theme is everywhere, is what I could tell. And I guess I don't know. I'm trying to come up with an excuse for it. You know, like trying to defend its possible reasoning for making Natlan the way it is. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I guess like the idea of the different tribes, like the concept that Natlan has different tribes, like maybe that's why Natlan's theme seems so all over the place, because they're trying to make it so that Natlan is this nation that has a bunch of different tribes that has like very different cultures from each other. And maybe that's why Natlan just seems so inconsistent. Whereas Fontaine really doesn't have that. Fontaine is just one nation, and both its leaders and its people want a good show. Fontaine also raises some questions about society and humanity. Oh yeah, like the fact that like all the quote unquote humans there were apparently what's it called? Oceanids? Sorry. No, I don't remember. What's the lore again? All the people there was basically water. And then like one of the archons did something bad, well, at least bad according to the rules, just to give her people a different life, like, you know, the life of a human, which and like, okay, on Earth. I feel like that was more of a punishment and less of a gift. If he was if that, whoever that archon was again, man, I can't remember her name. The previous Hydro Archon gave her people, like the Milizines or the Oceans or whoever they were, the ability to experience life like as a human. I feel like on Earth, on this Earth that we live in, I feel like that was more of a punishment and less of a gift. Because giving a, okay, imagine. Now, obviously, like this is from my, this is my opinion. You guys probably have a different opinion than mine, but I just don't think the life of a human is all that great. Because like if I was born as a hamster, would I even know that my life without smartphones and video games and money was so bad? Like, no, I wouldn't even know that. Would I be able to tell the difference? No, I wouldn't. All I know is that I would be happy as long as I get to find food every day and I have shelter when I need shelter. And that I am able to escape my predators. That's really all I would care about if I was born a squirrel. And the only reason why we humans think our lives are so good is because, well, we are smart enough to know how good and or bad it is. Right? Like, for example, okay, the life of a human having a lot of money is good. But good is also relative to what is bad. Now, what is bad in that situation? The life of a human having no money at all. But the life of a squirrel having no money is not bad. And the life of a squirrel having a lot of money is also not good. I mean, RJ, to the ocean. It's they wanted to experience the same feelings and romance and adventure and joy and pain that we could. The ocean is wanted to experience it. Hence, Egeria. Oh, that's her name. Yeah, Egeria. Egeria. I don't know. Granted that wish to her subjects. Okay, so like they wanted it. Also, hamster can still have intelligence and may experience same things. It's just that we don't know about it. That is true, though. That is true. We don't know about a lot of it. Also, their colony might also have politics. Hamster? Sorry. Well, when you say colony, I don't think hamsters have colonies. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe they do. So, okay. When you say colony, the word, the thought that comes to mind is ants and bees and certain other insectoids. So yeah, ants and bees mostly. And from what I could see of bees, they just seem to just do their job. Like, for example, the fact that, like, okay, so some, not obviously not all species of bees, right? But like some species of bees, when one bee stings something, right, an animal or a human or whatever, the rest follow. And like that doesn't, to me, that doesn't seem like intelligence. That seems like instinct. It seems like instinct because that is what allows the survival of their colony. Then that is what they do. Right? It doesn't seem to me like oh, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to save my colony, right? Like, and I understand that there are some creatures that do think like that, and creatures that are smart enough to think like that. But at least like the example of bees or ants probably isn't because of intelligence. It's mostly instinctive. And okay, so dogs, I think, is a pretty good example of an animal to talk about when it comes to this stuff about quote unquote having feelings. The dog's feelings are definitely a lot less complex than ours, but they're similar. They're similar, but a lot more rudimentary. They're just a lot more yes and no. I like this, I don't like this. And less and like they're just, why is my ping really high? I don't see my ping, but I can feel it every time I swap characters. Yeah, like it's there's just no like I like this more than that. It's just always a yes or no. I like this, I like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. You're a good human, I like you, I don't like him, right? Something like that. Look at RJ talking for squirrels and hamsters. Who made this guy the rodent spokesman? Trump did, excuse me. Trump appointed me the new official global ambassador and spokesman for rodents. So, yeah, suck on that. Use Ayato. I don't have Ayato, man. Is Ayato even one of the trial characters? Oh, wait, I do have. Okay, well, this is not my account. Let's see. Pyro. Okay, I'll use Yomiya. I hardly ever get to use Yomiya because I don't have Yomiya on any of my own accounts. Any animal character here that we don't have? No. Yeah, okay. Trump would yeet your butt. Got 30 marks in biology. Don't expect accurate terms from me. Yep. Don't worry, man. None of us are biology experts here. So we're just a bunch of guys talking about whatever. We are not doing any sort of accurate research on something. There's no reason for us. There's no consequence for us if we somehow accidentally use the wrong terminology for saying something. But of course, like, I realize this, but I still do like to try to, I don't know about accurate, but like just not be so wrong about be as not wrong as I can be whenever I want to discuss, whenever I want to share my thoughts on something. Wow, I somehow lost like 3 or 4 balls right there in the span of like 5 seconds. That was pretty impressive how quickly I lost all of that. Thank you for using Ayato. Sure. No problem, Ryan. What if they only have yes and no because we only see the yes and no? That is true, though. That is true. Like, that is the only thing that we are capable of comprehending of how they comprehend the world. And that's the thing. Like, there's we are only limited to what is within our senses, right? Like I've always no, not always, but like the last couple of years, as I've learned more and more about physics and stuff, I've just been, whenever I get into the thought of like astronomy, whenever I think about like anything outer space, anything even here on Earth, I just can't help but think that there is math in everything, and that if you can somehow calculate everything, and when I say everything, not just everything you can think of, but like everything that there is, then you will actually be able to predict what will happen. Like, say, if I like, okay, like for example, basketball, right? Like you will know exactly where the ball is going, if you throw the ball with this hand, with your right hand, with your left hand, and if you do this, like if you throw it in such a way with the exact amount of force in the exact direction, and this direction can be like, you can use math to do it, like the like which direction it is, right? Like how many degrees north or whatever, however you tell direction, how many newtons of force you use, right? Like you could there's math in everything, and obviously I don't know how to do any of this math, but it is just fascinating to me that there is math in everything. Like for example, when the solar system was created, right? It was a bunch of just dust, right? Like when the universe was created, like everything was like equally as dense as each other. Everything was just dust and debris and matter, and almost all of it was 100% evenly dense, except for a few. And when I say a few, I'm not talking like a handful, like a few relative to the whole universe. A few spots that were just a tiny bit denser than most of it. And these spots that were just a tiny bit denser than the others soon became the point of attraction for the rest of the debris. And then they started to become like large things, right? Like black holes and stars and planets. And once these bigger things clumped up together, they formed black holes, they formed stars, and then they circled each other, and then they became bigger things, etc., until like, and then it is just fascinating to me. I love watching like these artist renders of like that, how where they speed up the formation of a solar system or a planet or a galaxy, like, and they speed it up by like millions and millions of years like per second, and it is just so fascinating to watch to me. Oh hey, what's up, Akash? It's my first time here. I don't think it's your first time here, man. I'm pretty sure I've seen your name here before, man. RJ's trying to remove probability. What? Well, wait, is that what I'm doing by talking about this stuff and thinking about it? I mean, I guess it is. It would be nice to remove probability, right? Like just to make it so that, oh man, like so Doctor Manhattan, you know, like from Watchmen, Doctor Manhattan from Watchmen, he probably has some kind of sense where he just can detect all matter in a given area, and like he just sees it, but not with his eyes, but with whatever sense he has. Anyway, Akash, from what I understand, seems to be not a very common name, but like somewhat of a common name. So like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Akash. I just remember seeing someone here before named Akash something. I don't know if it was Akash Kashyap. Maybe I'm wrong. Right. Like anyway, if it really is your first time here, welcome, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to hang out with us. Talk Genshin, talk whatever. Just don't be a jerk. That's all that's important. You want to know everything that is gonna happen 100%, then yes, you are removing probability. Oh well, that is true. Yeah, that is true. And not just like, okay, for example, so obviously okay, humans have, like, we have will, right? Like we have the will, like to do something, like whereas planets don't, like rocks in space don't, matter in outer space doesn't have that. Like once you push this tiny pebble in a specific direction out in space, it is going to keep going straight until another force is acted upon it, like the gravity of another body, or it hits something, right? It is, but the projectile of that pebble that you pushed out in space is predictable, so long as you have some way to detect all the forces around it at throughout its entire journey, right? Whereas like with life, things that are alive here on Earth, obviously like there's no way to predict what could happen, because if I could see someone that looks like they are going to take a puff of smoke from their cigarette, and if I tell them, "Hey, I'm going to predict the future," so you're holding a cigarette in your hand and it's lit up, in a few seconds from now you're going to take a puff, and but just because you said that, now they have the choice, they have the option to not do it because you said, because like just to prove you wrong, right? So not necessarily predicting everything, but more like just knowing what will happen because of this, because of that. Mostly just the physics part of it, not the predicting part of it. Oh wait. No. Okay. I was thinking of swapping over to my own accounts. This is my friend's account, by the way. I was thinking of swapping over to my own account, and well, one of my own accounts, and doing Imaginarium there, and then I thought about, like, wait, I usually do Imaginarium on my friend's account first, and then realized, okay, it's late, and I have work early tomorrow, and I started really late. I started the stream really late tonight. Did you do your pulling? Alan, I'm not doing any pulling on this set of banners. Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. Wait, 2 days? Hang on. Can we pre-install now? Is the pre-install thing ready? Oh wait, is it? Hang on. Why do I have to agree to terms every single time they... Like, no, there hasn't even been an update to the launcher. No pre-install yet. Okay. The pre-install is probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably Monday. Okay, so no pre-install just yet. You pronounced my name correctly. Makes me happy. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Hey. Thanks, man. Thanks for making me feel good. For telling me that I pronounced your name correctly. Even if I probably didn't. I mean, if I did, if I truly did, then hey, great. But if I didn't, and you're just trying to make me feel happy, then hey, thanks. What will the next set of banners be? Oh yeah, that's right. What was it? Wait, it's the up. Did they not? Ah, wait, that is surprising. Don't they usually tell us the banners already at this point? Like, there's like, it's 2 days, right? Yeah, it's like it's less than 2 days to 5.6. But now, okay, hang on. What day is it today? Wait, am I an idiot? Oh no, I'm an idiot. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. It's not. It's not. This we are. Wait, are we really still in phase 5.5? Sorry, phase 1 of 5.5? Why did I think that we were on phase 2? Man, okay. Maybe, oh, you know what yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because everyone keeps talking about 5.6, 5.7. Hang on. Am I dumb? Are we Am I dumb? Are we in phase 1 or phase 2? We're in phase 2, right? Okay, we are in phase 2. I'm an idiot. No, 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 no. We are in phase 1. Sorry, we are in phase 2. So this is phase 2 and it's less than 3 days to 5.6. I'm going dumb. Yeah, I'm going dumb, man. I think, okay, the fact that we keep hearing people talk about 5.6 this, 5.7 that, because these things are so far away, like it's making me lose track of like where we are now. Something is wrong here. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, no, no. I went stupid. I have a question. Yeah, what is it, Ryan? Yeah, phase 1 was Varesa. You're right, wrong person. Varesa Farina. So, that means I'm stupid too. Yeah, I went really stupid for a moment there. I went really stupid for a moment there. Hey, you know what? Isn't this odd? This is odd, right? Because like so usually don't they have like a ley line thing? A ley line event? Well, it's not an event. It's more like a whatever, right? Like times 2 ley line thing right at the end of a patch. Now, I understand they already gave us something similar to that a little while ago. It was I was actually very happy with it. It was like X2 rewards on in artifact domains instead of ley lines. I was like, man, that was really good actually. I hope they do that more often. Uh, but this like they I don't know for like several patches now in a row, they've always put the whole like ley line thing at the very last part of every patch. RJ having existential crisis. Oh, dude, you know what it is? I think it was just me zooming out a little bit too much, like out of myself, like and like thinking of like the like. So remember what I was talking about earlier? It was about the like being able to just detect like all the forces in like every piece of matter, like in the universe. Just like I think whenever I have those thoughts, I have to often like I guess quote unquote zoom out of myself in order to like look at myself from like another perspective, and I think that's what made me go dumb there. Where are you from? I'm from India. I'm from the Philippines, man. Hey, cheers. Hey, what's up, Do Yong? Do Yong? How's it going, man? First waves were Varesa and Xianyun? Oh yes. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, no, no, not Varesa and Farina. Sorry. Yeah, wrong person. It was Varesa and Xianyun. Yeah, exactly. Because like Xianyun plunge buffer and Varesa plunge DPS, right? So I got Venti's weapon instead of Xilonen. Hey, Duyong. That is why I would recommend never pulling on the weapon banner if you do not have enough primos to guarantee at least getting 2 5 stars, getting at least 2 5 stars on the weapon banner, because it just feels bad. It just feels really bad because uh, it is we are more likely to want to pull for a 5 star character regardless of what the next banner will be, compared to compared to wanting to pull for a 5-star weapon, right? Because there are more 5-star characters in the game that are more useful than their weapons, which means there are less 5-star weapons that people are likely to want. Which means if you are pulling on the weapon banner, you are continuing to further push your pity forward on the weapon banner. And if you just so happen to not have enough primos to get to your next 5-star, or to get the 5-star that you wanted on that weapon banner, then it just feels awful, because it just feels like you dropped money in a place where you're not gonna get it back ever, and you didn't get anything for it. At the very least, if you want a 5-star character and you know that you don't have enough primos for it, and you drop wishes on that banner, right? At least now and say you did not get your 5-star, or you got a 5-star, but you didn't get the 5-star you wanted. You lost 50-50. At the very least, now you're on guaranteed, and the odds of you wanting the 5-star character on the next banner, or if not that banner, the banner after that, the banner after that, are more like, it's more likely that you will want a 5-star character that comes after the one that you just lost, are higher than the odds of you wanting a 5-star weapon that will be on a future on the next banner. I probably explained that really poorly, so that probably makes no sense at all. Is it weird to say that I low-key miss Genshin now? Um, no, no, probably not. Probably not. You had a lot of strong emotions playing Genshin, so it is definitely going to be one of the games that you will remember for a very long time. Uh, yeah, because you experienced a lot of really strong emotions, and it is actually, yeah. What I've noticed is, like, it is so easy to remember anything that happened in your life. Like, the stronger the emotions you experienced through that experience in your life, the harder it will be to forget. I top up only for characters, not on weapons. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dil Young. That sucks. But hey, you know what? I'm happy for you that you can actually afford to top up for characters, because that means that you won't be actually missing out on 5-star characters. At the very least, like, if you can get every character that you want in the game, they're still playable even without their signature weapons. Right? So that's one thing you got going for you. So that's, hey. It sucks that you got Venti's weapon, but at the very least, it's Venti's weapon. Elegy is not a bad weapon. At the very least, you did not lose. You did not get. At the very least, you did not get the donut. You did not get Kokomi's donut, and you did not get Baiju's donut. Like, at least you got Elegy. Elegy is fine. I had 24 pulls on only Xilonen took all my primos. Oh, did you? I had 24 pulls only Xilonen took all my primos. Did you at least get your Xilonen, Akash? Also, my pity is ranging only on 10 or 20 max, 40 as I check my previous pity. So I considered it lucky. Oh, that's not so bad. Right, that's not too bad. It's not what you wanted, but at least it's not completely useless. And you didn't have to go too far into pity for it. I actually so this isn't my account I'm on right now, but on my first account during Xilonen's initial release, I had a good amount of Primo Gem saved up. and I didn't hear about any 5-star coming after Xilonen's initial release that I really, really wanted. So I was pretty confident that I had more than enough Primo gems to get Xilonen, C1 and C2, Xilonen, and her signature weapon, and I would still have plenty to spare afterwards. And then RNG screwed me over, and so I ended up with a C2 Xilonen with no signature weapon because I just barely got C2 Xilonen. Yeah, and it was awful. It was awful. Anyway, finally this patch Xilonen rerun happened. I got another chance to pull for Xilonen signature weapon. I did not have a lot of primos this patch. I think I had like 12, 13k. And even then, I thought that was more than enough. I didn't count how many pulls that would do. But that was not, I honestly thought that was quite a lot more than enough to get Xilonen's weapon, even if I lost the 50-50. But apparently it wasn't. Apparently it wasn't. Like, I barely had any primos left after. Although I did lose my 50-50, I got Elegy, which was sort of unfortunate. It was unfortunate, but not too bad, because I already had Elegy. But hey, I don't mind having a second Elegy, because now my Yelon and Fischl can both have their own Elegies, and I don't have to swap Elegies between the two of them. And on top of that, I got Elegy early. Like, I think I got it like somewhere around 20 pity. Although I did have to go to 65 pity, I think. 60, between 55 and 65 pity to get my Peak Patrol song. But hey, at least I got my first one that gave me my epitomized path early. So it wasn't too bad. Gave that bow to my Auron. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. It really is. Honestly, Elegy is one of the better support 5-star weapons. Its value certainly has fallen down. It has gone down since its initial release. But, even today, it is still far from a useless weapon. There are many more 5-star signature weapons, both support weapons and DPS weapons, that are much lower value than Elegy. Yeah, but I realized I have to build her now. That is one of the things that doesn't feel very good about getting new characters in Genshin, is like when you realize that after that initial excitement of getting a new character, and you're like, hey, new character, I got this character that that I've been wanting for a really long time, and whatever, right? And then, like, once the excitement has died down, now you're at the realization, like, oh, now I have to farm for them. And like, okay, and the worst part for me is just the resin part, right? Like, having to farm the world boss materials, the XP books, especially if I don't pre-farm, the XP books, and the worst part for me is the local specialties, if I could just find it. Yeah, local specialties. I really hate farming local specialties. It is just so tedious. Alright, I'm gonna take my leave now. I'm getting hungry now. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Bulbasaur. Take care, man. That time as Xilonen, that time when Xilonen released, I skipped her for my C3 R1 Arlie. C3, wow. I'm thinking of going C6, but C3 is the dead end. I don't think C6 Arlecchino is, like, I mean, like, obviously if you just have that much money, then like value doesn't really matter to you, right? Yeah, but like, what does C6 even do? I don't even remember anymore. I feel like C1 Arlecchino is enough for most people. C1 R1 rather. C6 for 1M burst damage. And I mean, like, it's cool, but do people need it? I guess some people need it to feel good, but need it to clear content. I don't. I don't know. I definitely not. Definitely not. But hey, again, like I said, if money isn't an issue, then value isn't a problem. Oh, sir, my father review Asia server. Well, I'm looking at it right now, Golu, and see, you seem like you know what you're doing. So, I don't think there's anything I could add to this. She's built right. That's all I could say, I guess. Like, what do you want me to say? She's built right. You know how to build her. It's an endgame Arlecchino. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna leave now. Sleep, I subscribe to you for the next live stream. Oh, hey, thank you, Akash. Appreciate it, man. Looking forward. Hey, I'm looking forward to my next live stream too. I still do have a bunch of stuff to do in the game. I have not done exploration on any of my accounts, including my friend's account, of the new region. And in the 5.6 special program, they did not mention any new region. So I'm excited that they did not. I'm excited at the fact that they didn't give us a new region just yet, because I still haven't had the time to do exploration just yet. And I haven't even so not even exploration. I haven't even collected the pyroculi in the new region at all. So at the very least, 5.6 5.6 seems to have quite a bit of content, at least quest wise. But hey, like once you do the quest, that's it. It's finished, and then by then I really won't have that much more content to do. So yeah, probably 5.6 is when I'm finally gonna be able to start doing the new region, the new 5.5 region. And you know what? I'm actually pretty happy that the the Primo Gem rewards that they give us for exploration doesn't like it lasts. It's like it's not permanent, but at least they make it last for like at least 2 patches. Right? It's I feel like a lot of players probably play the game not the way I do, but like similarly to how I play the game. Like they happily consume the content, and when I say content, I mean like events and the Imaginarium Theater, Abyss, whatever, right? Like the content that is constantly being updated. In yeah, like they consume the content similarly to how I consume it, but because it just seems to be fitting exactly how I want to play Genshin. Like yeah, like this new patch, like the rewards for doing exploration in the new regions, right? So they make it last for 2 patches. It's just perfect for me. Because if they made it last for 1 patch, I probably would have started doing it much earlier, but then it would have also burnt me out. And I think Hoyo's done a pretty good job at pacing out content in such a way that, sure, they do want their players to quote unquote consume the new content that they update, right? But they don't want to keep pushing people too hard, because pushing their players a little too hard is likely to cause their players to just leave. Because like once their players start falling behind on the content, they'll slowly start to stop caring. That's weird. They'll slowly stop caring, and then at some point they'll start to not log in every day anymore. And then at some point they'll realize, hey, I don't feel bad anymore not logging into Genshin every day. And then at some point they realize, like a month later, hey, I haven't logged into Genshin in a month. They log into their account and then they realize, I don't feel an attachment to this anymore. And at some point they uninstalled the game, and then they just lost another player. Theaters only for whales and old players. Whales? Whales and old players. Yeah, actually, that is absolutely true. Whales and old players, because only whales. Like, if you're a new player but you're a whale, there's always a chance that you might not be able to fully do everything in Imaginarium Theater. Oh hey, what's up, Siri? Do everything in Imaginarium Theater. But there's like the fact that you are a whale means that you probably have a lot of characters, and it probably can't actually afford to build all of them properly. So yeah, whales. But at the same time, also old players can do it, because old players have had a lot more opportunities to get more characters and to build them well. So that is absolutely right. Hunter nos da, RJ. What does that mean? Is that how are you? Pump her up. I don't know if it's a meme for you guys. Oh, hang on. Oh, you play on Asia server apparently. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm on my way out the door, so I might as well check out one more account before I go. 3, 4. There. Okay, Arlecchino. Ah, there she is. Oh man, dude, you love your Arlecchino. Triple crowned. Yep, yep. You certainly love your Arlecchino, man. You certainly love your Arlecchino. You might not have the highest quality artifacts. Man, this is so unfortunate. You have like... You have your goblet and your flower. You have so many crit rolls, but your goblet and your flower especially have so many low rolls. That is, man, like that feels so bad. Your goblet and your flower has so many, both have so many low rolls, despite having so many rolls into crit. A lot of the rolls are low, so they just aren't as good as they could have been with high rolls. But hey, despite that, 99% crit rate, man, you are not missing any crits on this thing. 99, 196. Oh man, that is the sweet spot. Sweet spot. Like some people would prefer. No, most players, in fact, would prefer to like take away, say, like 20% crit rate. Or no, not even 20%. Yeah, like 30% crit rate, and then put it into crit damage. So in that way, like their ratio for this thing would be like 69. Nice. 69 to 50. Right? And like wow, 250 crit damage. Like it looks impressive, but having almost 100% crit rate, in my opinion, is just a lot better. Just a lot more consistent DPS. They say this content is anti-nivelet, but when I use my nivelet on my Euro enemies, just obliterated. I don't think it's anti-nivelet. Obviously, the first half, because like there's just enemies that are completely immune to Hydro. But the second half, no, I don't think it's anti. Well, it is anti-nivelet if you don't have both an Animo character and Xilonen. If you have Xilonen, no problem. You just like mostly because they're just enemies that have high Hydro resistance. But if you have VV, and Xilonen, right? And or Sitlali, maybe, right? Like, someone to give you like multiple stacks of red shred. It really isn't that big of a deal. But obviously, first half, like just hydro immune enemies, obviously. I'd made up my decision. I'm gonna get both Escoffier and Ayato. Oh, really? Wait, did you really decide before now? Did you really decide on skipping Escoffier? Hunter knows that means good night in Cornish. Oh, okay. Hey, Hunter knows da to you too, Siri. I would actually be. I'm actually quite surprised, Siri, to hear that you at some point decided to skip Escoffier because you have every 5-star in the game except for Ayato, and you were. And I'm just. It's just surprising to me to hear that you were planning to skip another 5-star, because if you skip that 5-star, then okay. Well, technically, you would still like you would probably be able to get Ayato. So in that way, Ayato is not the one 5-star you don't have in the game. It would be is like you would be switching Ayato to Escoffier. But it's surprising to me that you would decide that, but because you seem to be one of the one of the players who likes collecting characters. I'm not a meta player whale, so I just go 75%. Oh. Yeah, 75% is actually still pretty good. Still, that is still very much end game. 70-80% is the sweet spot to me, because if I find a run not going well in my favor due to crit misses, I just restart the run. Yeah, that is true, and like man, like much long ago, when I just wasn't, well, when I was just much worse at the game. uh Performance just wasn't very consistent, so it felt really bad having to retry an abyss attempt because because I just didn't perform this run very well, or if I performed this run very well but I miss a big crit, right? Especially on a character like Eula, right? Like where like your entire rotation leads up to this one instance of damage that has to be as big as big as possible as it could be. And then like it just misses the crit. It just doesn't crit. It's just the worst thing ever. And then your next run, it finally does crit, but you realize you forgot something. Like, oh no, I forgot Bennett Burst, and like, or like, oh man, I messed up my rotation. I swapped to the wrong character, and now I wasted 1 or 2 seconds. And then like later, your good run failed because you were just missing 1 or 2 seconds because you accidentally swapped to one character, when you didn't want to swap to them, right? Like it was a lot more annoying back then when I was just much worse at the game. You know me well. I'm gonna get them all. Ayata's the only character I don't have. Frozen Team's gonna be powerful. Play Wuwa while restarting runs for 3 hours straight to get a perfect run. Yeah. You know what? You know what? If I were ever to be put in a situation where I actually made a living off of streaming, and when I say made a living, like if I consistently earn at least $2,000 a month off of just streaming, then I would not mind playing Wuwa or some other games, right? Because obviously at that point I would probably be streaming full time, which means I would need a lot more content than just Genshin. So yeah, like if that ever happens, which by the way I don't think it will, judging by like how little effort I'm putting into actually quote unquote creating content, if any effort at all. But if it does happen, then hey, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind hating myself for 3 hours because I'm forcing myself to like get the perfect run, even though I'm just not clearly not good enough at the game. I'm a person that likes having a run that looks good. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I think I know what it means. I think I know what it means. Do you should record that stuff, man. Wrong person. I think you should record that stuff and just upload it to YouTube. Like, yeah, I think you should. I think you should. I think you should because like it's like sure it feels good like once you finally get that quote unquote perfect run, but um quote unquote the perfect run, like and no one else sees it, right? Just you, and sure that is already satisfying in and of itself, but it's something that you are passionate about, and like obviously YouTube isn't perfect, Google isn't perfect, it's not the best company out there, right? But at the very least, Google slash YouTube does give people the opportunity to at least earn something. Earn something. It's not gonna be make a living off of their passion, but at least earn something from people just doing what they're passionate about. Yeah, so I feel like wrong person. It doesn't even matter if you get any views on YouTube. At some point, you probably will actually, as long as you just upload them. You don't have to upload them consistently. Just do it whenever you feel like it. Just something you're passionate about. It seems like something you're passionate about. Oh, anyway, this is final. This is final. I am heading off. I have work in less than 6 hours from now. Good luck to me. Usually I start work on Sundays at 10, but tomorrow slightly different schedule. So I'm starting at 9, so it's less than 6 hours from now. Look at some. You usually send them to me actually, right? Like you usually DM them to me. And back then when you were still on the server, you shared a couple of them. And that was pretty cool. I have no one to share it with. Yeah, that's why you upload them to YouTube, man. That's why you upload them to YouTube. The people seeing it might not be people you know, but hey, sooner or later, someone who is also passionate about it is going to end up seeing it. And they're gonna comment on it, and you're gonna get to know them, and it's gonna happen over and over again across several more videos as you keep doing it. I would recommend you just like you record these, man. You record those and then you upload them to YouTube. Like don't expect to earn to get subscribers from it. Don't expect to get a lot of viewers from it. Just do it. That is what I recommend you do. Just do it. Don't expect anything in return. Yeah, I just want to share. Yeah, exactly. Right? Like don't expect any subscribers from it, don't expect any views, don't expect any comments, whatever. Right? Just do it. Right? It's on YouTube. Someone is gonna see it at some point. Right? That's already a form of sharing it. Right. Anyway, so yep, this is final. All right. Anyway, so for those of you who need help building your characters' accounts or making a decision in which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys.